y'all, this is Set to Achieve, and today I'm going to do a comparison video. I know it's something that you all have have basically been something that is needed. Let me just put it that way. So yes, I would like to talk about the differences between DoorDash versus Grubhub. So please, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and if go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and share, all of those things. Um, and if you stay to the end, I'm gonna tell you if you should do DoorDash and or Grubhub separately, or if you should put it together and make it work that way. So stick to the end of the video and we'll get that little tip. Okay. But without much ado, let's go ahead and present DoorDash versus Grubhub. What are the differences? What are the similarities? And um, you know, how do you know what to expect? So I'm gonna give this to you. Differences. DoorDash seems to be more lenient. That's the first thing that I noticed. When it comes to them, you delivering orders to the restaurant. Picking up the orders from the restaurant for the customers or the clients. They don't seem to be as, like on your neck about like you being at the restaurant. It seems to give you more time to get to the restaurant and then deliver to your clients. So that is a plus for them. Grubhub, on the other hand, seem to be not as patient. They seem to be more impatient when it comes to you doing what you need to do. Sometimes the pickup time is like 1 minute. If you look on the app, you're like, wait a minute, it's like 12 o'clock and it says like 12:01, pickup time and whatever. So they just seem to be a lot more aggressive in terms of reminding you that you're not there, and you seem not to be moving and things like that. So they are not as understanding. Even though DoorDash will send you reminders, and things like that, and I think after a while, like they will unassign, but Grubhub just seems to be a lot more aggressive about that and less patient. So, now, when it comes to loads, DoorDash does seem to have more loads. They do have more loads. They do have more volume. They just do. And in comparison to Grubhub. Now, Grubhub does have less loads, but I would say, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, they do have more quality loads. In comparison, it's less, but it's more quality. So when I say quality, that means that they do pay more than DoorDash. They do pay more, although they do have some lower amounts that they offer. You don't have to accept anything. Same thing with DoorDash. You don't have to accept anything. You only accept whatever works for you. And I would say my advice is at least do $1 per mile. Do $1 per mile. So this means that if it's like $10, and don't do anything less than $10. If it's like 10 miles, don't do anything less than $10 for that trip or that delivery, because with gas prices and everything, you have to try to make it work. So do what's best for you. Another thing is, when it comes to adding loads to your route, Grubhub does seem to be more strategic about adding them to your route. When I say strategic, I do mean that a lot of times, like, it seems like it's more planned. They try to like fit in what goes with your route, and as well as like they would like slot in the offer like right before you end your previous load. So to me, that I noticed. Then another thing is, DoorDash is not as transparent in comparison with Grubhub. I would say that Grubhub is more transparent with what it is that they like their explanation of how much tips you got in comparison to their base pay and things. They break everything down when you go in the app and click on payments. They break everything down, and so you can see, and then they send you week by week, how much you made and all of that stuff, and how much was tips and all of that. So they are more, they just are more open. And DoorDash hides tips a lot of times. You don't know if you're gonna get more. It might be a strategy for them to make you to pick up more orders as opposed to decline or not or unassign or not take as much. So they are not as transparent and open. So a lot of times you will find that after you're done with the delivery, you will see that you actually earn more than you expected at first. Um, so in saying that, because of the fact that like I mentioned, that Grubhub does have a higher, it does have kind of a higher quality when it comes to how much you're being paid. It seems like they are more cognizant of the fact that you do require more and everything, and also when you are accepting, when you're choosing to accept, like they have reasons why you're declining. They do expect you to decline. So when it flashes, when you get an offer, that rings or flashes or whatever, they do expect you to decline or accept. So they they prefer that. So like if you miss like maybe one or two and they're seeing that you're not responding, they will tell you that that it's not that, like, they want to know, so that because it makes the everything kind of like the flow better. So they will tell you that. So yeah, but yeah, Grubhub does have a higher acceptance rate because like a lot of time for me, it's 30%, 25, 30%, or more. I think yesterday I even had like 40% acceptance rate. So yeah, because they do pay more on an average, and to me than DoorDash in my market. It might be different in your market, but this is just my opinion. Um, and DoorDash does not. It does, like I think they're more lenient when it comes to whether you just let it expire or whether you accept or decline. Like they are more lenient. Grubhub does definitely want you to decline or accept. And DoorDash does not ask you if the pay was too low. Like Grubhub would say, was it paid too low or paid too low per distance or things like that. But Grubhub would just has like just basic stuff like why did you decline? Decline. Like it's just basic stuff, but it doesn't go into detail. And when it comes to like how you get your money, DoorDash has a Dash a Direct card that you can use to also use to like buy things in the grocery store. You can use to purchase things. You can use to buy gas, and like I think you get like a 10% back from purchases and things like that. So that's a plus. You can get cash out, cash, and you can cash out. Or sorry, get cash back. Maybe buy something small and get cash back. I usually do that with DoorDash, I mean, the DoorDash Dash Direct card. And with on the contrary, with Grubhub, you just have to, like when you're applying or whatever, you just have to give them your information, regarding your bank account number, and routing number and all that stuff, and then you can just cash out like fast pay. I mean, basically cash out to your account. So you basically get cash out. On the other hand, with DoorDash, you can get weekly deposits to your account like on a Monday or Tuesday. But basically, that's basically it. The Dash Direct card, it just to me it just works better for DoorDash than the weekly pay because I like to see my money like right away. I'm just that way. Um, Now with Grubhub, you are a W-2 employee, so you have to apply with them. They have to basically, like for me, they had to send me an email to apply. So I don't know how they saw my profile or whatever, maybe online somewhere, that I was a courier and that I was doing delivery, but they did send me an application because I have actually gone to look for them, before, like in the past, maybe a year ago and stuff, and I couldn't. I think they didn't have any opening in my area, so luckily this time they had a opening, so that was good. And so you are a W-2 employee. You're not an independent contractor with um, Grubhub, even though of course you can work when you want and everything, be your own boss and things like that. But you cannot. You don't get a 1099. You get a W-2 during for the tax period if you work. On the other hand, with DoorDash, you do get a W. You do get a 1099 for them. That's basically it for this. I'm gonna try to see if there's anything else that I may have missed. Now, when it comes to your shopping bag, Grubhub does send you a real bag. I mean, a pretty big bag. They send you some masks, hand sanitizer, and um, what else did I get? Yeah, mask, the bag, and then they send your little purple card, shopping card for things like that. For like if you're shopping at, they send you to like basically grocery shop, like a CVS or a Walgreens. They do send you a card, and it comes with the bag when you first get started. So DoorDash does have a red card, and they have a much smaller bag. So that's some of the other differences between them. Is if there's anything else that you all might want to know. Um, Other than that, I think I basically covered everything that I had in mind. And then I did tell you that I will, if you stay to the end, I will give you like a little tip on my opinion, what I think you should do, whether you should work maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon or evening, separately, or you should do them together. And in my opinion, I think that you make more, there's more for your money if you, and for your time, if you do them together. You just basically, what I've been seeing works for me is you just basically pick the ones that kind of go and coincide with the time. I mean, not with the times, but like if they're both going to like the same place or around the same areas and things like that. You just pick and choose. Whichever one works for you, so that you can make more for the time that you are working. So to me, that's my opinion. But you just have to be really strategic about how you pick your loads. But that's basically it for this comparison video. I hope you learned something. If you have learned anything, please like. And if you're new, again, subscribe and share with someone else that might benefit from the video. And I'm going to quickly just show you my unboxing of my supplies for Grubhub. And I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, y'all, so actually this is just my Grubhub bag that just came. I just got back home and I saw that it was here. These are the things that came with it, so I'm just going to show you what it all looks like. So they have this be right back sign, which is really nice. Maybe when you're somewhere in your park, you can just put it there so people can know that you're Grubhub. They have a card. Sorry, they have a card so y'all can see. It's a purple card. Okay, and then they have the mask, hand sanitizer, and of course the bag. I'm going to show y'all the bag. Yeah, check out this huge bag. It's so big. It's like huge, like almost like a travel bag. Look at this bag.